Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of Woo and the Furry Woo. I'm trying to censor that too, but it's down there in the title. Anyways, before we start, if you're interested in playing this game, you can get on Steam. I guess I don't really need to see that. Anyways, on the last Let's Play, we did Glorious Night. And it took me a long time to actually figure out what the title was. You know, because glory, eh. And now we're doing Oot in a Boot, about newlyweds. Going to Japan. I want to do that someday. Maybe reset my face just in case. Seems like a long one though. Oop. Heck, I didn't undo that thing. Boop. There we go. After stepping off the plane and making the way to the airport terminal, Cassidy and Patrick stretch their arms out again, then keep lugging their suitcases towards the exit. Ah, Japan. A week ago, if someone told me we're having my honeymoon here in a week, I'd tell them that they were crazy. I mean, boy, planning a honeymoon a week beforehand? We did just meet a few days ago, so whoa. And it's only been 3 days since we met for the first time? Is this one of those that they were on a show where it's like 90 Day Fiancé, but this is like 3 Day Fiancé? Oh, love's love. Sure is. How about another kiss? Our third kiss. They both look at each other and can't help but stop in the middle of the terminal to kiss. Rude. They're blocking the way. Annoyed tourists walk around them as they make out. Finally, the duo releases their lips to keep walking out. Hopefully, we'll get to go to the hot springs and a bunch of restaurants and ride some of those sweet trains. Well, maybe these guys are the type of guys that have like 7 wives or something like that, not at the same time, or 7 husbands. It's like, yeah, meet somebody, immediately marry them, quickly get divorced. Maybe we shouldn't visit too many restaurants. I'm on a bit of a diet, but everything else sounds cool. Oh, well, just a few then. I mean, you could eat a lot. You're gonna be busy doing something. And hopefully we'll find more stuff to do. I mean, Japan's a big place, right? Well, not really. I mean, there's not a lot of space there, I don't think. The hotel's nice, cool, and cozy as Patrick looks up addresses for various tourist destinations on his phone. Cassie steps out of the shower, seductively wrapped in towel. So, where do we go first? Whoa, looking good there. Figured I could talk about places to go to while drying off. By all means, go ahead. Cassie sits down next to Patrick, and they lean against each other. Patrick can't help but desire what's underneath her towel. If we didn't have planning to do, I'd ask if you're up for something else right now. It's hard to resist taking this off and going to town to you, but yeah, we need a plan. So, where first? Ferris wheel, maybe? Isn't that Ferris wheel like miles away, in a completely different town, and past a whole bunch of other stuff? I figured we could start with a small thing, then work our way up to the bigger things. Ooh, that makes sense, but we'll need to think about time and distance. If we do go to the Ferris wheel first, it will take ages to get there, and then we don't have a car, so it'll be hard to get there. I guess that's true, but don't you want to save the best for last? Not really. I don't want to spend 8 hours walking and riding around if we could spend 2 hours visiting all the same places. Oh, yeah, I forgot. We can use the train to get to places instead of just riding it for fun. You just realized you could use trains for transportation? How else do you think we're going to get from town to town? Hey, he's an American, probably. He doesn't know what trains are. Well, to be fair, bullet trains are always framed as tourist attractions, and not as actual transport people use. And also, I didn't think too much about how we'd get around, since I figured we'd handle that later. I mean, I guess that makes sense. Anyway, how about we decide en route? We should have one planned out before we go. Sure, so let's just get the list of attractions. Patrick and Cassidy spend a few minutes figuring out where the various attractions are, where the trains operate, and what places are worth going to at all. Cassidy doesn't bother getting dressed. She keeps her towel on the whole time. Oh, there's a train station a few blocks away. I think we should go someplace that's close to a part of a train station loop. Also, does like wrapping your head in a towel dry it out quicker than, I don't know, just wiping it and letting anything else air dry? I don't know. Or we could hit all the nearby places in this town, and then go for more distant ones in other towns. I just threw that out on consideration, but it's kind of tempting. Not sure if we could do that, or just take the train. I'll let you decide. I kind of think you should decide. I don't really care which we do. Nah, if the walking distance is the same, I don't really care what we do first. Well, I was about to say, it seems a bit long to get to this part, so basically get anything. I don't know why this music is making me think of, what is it called? You Only Live Twice or something like that. You know, that was also set in Japan. Like that weird part in that movie where it's like, okay, so we're gonna sneak James Bond into this place by having him pretend to be a Japanese person. It's like, okay. Train it is, then. I wonder what screw this would be like. Would it be like they just bang here, or would it be like they get divorced? Maybe we'll have to try that. Train first, then. We can take it up to the hot springs. Oh shit, I forgot about the hot springs. Yeah, we gotta go up there. After getting ready, the pair leave the hotel and look around for small attractions on the way up to the train. This place definitely looks cool, but there's nothing nearby that I'd spend money at. Me neither. Once they arrive at the station, they go to get a pair of tickets. Since Patrick's Japanese is much better, he handles the transaction at the counter. Maybe I should do Japanese stuff too, because like I was doing a little bit of everything on Duolingo, but then I was like focused on Spanish, and then now I'm just kind of like, I don't know. As soon as everything's taken care of, they take a seat on the train. Ooh, cozy. Hey, where'd you learn Japanese? That was way better than anything I could do. Hentai. That can't possibly be a good way to learn a language. If you think that's messed up, a way to learn one, wait until I tell you how I learned Portuguese. Okay. Ooh. The bullet train jerks into motion and starts accelerating, interrupting their train of thought. Get it? As the train hits a top speed, they resume the conversation. Whoa, look at that pond. Pond? Cassidy leans on top of him to get a better view, then puts her hands on his thighs for support. As she leans in more, the pond outside indeed looks nice, but the train sails past in seconds. Whoa, this thing's so fast. Ooh, mountain. Ooh, careful there. Your hands are a bit close to my groin. Ah, I didn't notice. Less starts to boil in both of them, and as they keep pointing out landmarks and interesting structures, Cassidy looks around. There's nobody else near them on the train. Patrick's getting a woo. Yeah, I think I'll just lean here for a bit. Now I'm wondering if like they might do multiple scenes for this, or if it's gonna be one of these things where it's like the fail state is that they woo at these scenes. Patrick reaches over to place her hand on Cassidy's woo. I don't think you mind if I... Go ahead. Patrick gently rubs the area around her uwu, turning her on more. Hey, don't you think maybe we could... Nobody's near us. Oh no, there's a problem! The train's derailing! You bet the something. So we need hearts and monies. Do I have a lot of monies? Ooh, do that one. Oop, I already moved that. Balls. This is tough. Ooh, nice. I mean, I totally planned that. Yeah, so close, and yet so far. In the end, we come so far, and doesn't even matter, whoa. Haha! It'll be even better later. But maybe it's when, I don't know. We really should save this for later. Imagine how good it would feel if we wait before doing this. Yeah, I suppose I can wait. But we're at least banging tonight. Oh, we will. Then, or when they get off the train, they look around at the town, and at the town around them. It's much quieter than the town they were staying in, and the air smells pleasant. Ooh, this is a nice place. Been a while since I've seen architecture like this. I haven't been to Japan in like 12 years. Man, fancy you. I didn't know you've been here before. Well, not this town specifically, but just Japan in general. They keep walking and stumbling across a little pond by the sidewalk. I mean, you wouldn't, well, I guess she might have brought it up, but you wouldn't know. You met her 3 days ago, and then you got married. Look at that little pond. I think that fish wants to say hi. Even after looking at the funny-looking fish in a pond for a while, they move on and keep walking. Okay, so there should be a Ferris wheel up ahead. I thought we were going to the hot spring. Hang on, let me look at the times real quick. Damn it, the Ferris wheel closes in an hour. It's farther away than the hot spring, according to this map. But if you want to enjoy half an hour to 45 minutes in the hot spring, plus the time that takes to undress and get dressed and pay for everything and walk from place to place, it's gonna be closed. Bummer. Still, the Ferris wheel is a bit out of the way. Maybe we could skip it, or just skip it. Skip it? Nah. I'm gonna get my hands on that sweet, sweet wheel. If it's the last thing I do. We should hit the hot spring soon anyway, since if we walk around for an hour, we'll get all sweaty and gross and stuff, and nobody likes being in a hot spring with someone who stinks. Shit, you're right. Though, how dirty could that Ferris wheel make us? That's true. We pause for a moment to think about where to go. Though we could go to the hot spring, though we could go to the Ferris wheel, but also the hot spring is good, but also the Ferris wheel. You could do like a whole bunch of things on the Ferris wheel, but also a hot spring. But there's also the Ferris wheel. But let's not forget about the hot spring. Dun, 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 bum, dum, bum, 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 do, do, do. Hell yeah, beans for days. I could go for some beans, actually. Like some fucking refried beans. Maybe if everything goes well, before I leave this town, I'll celebrate with some lupe tortillas. Great restaurant. I mean, I guess it's more of a bigger thing now, but for like other people, it's like, it used to be this little hole-in-the-wall Spanish restaurant, Tex-Mex or something, that, okay, not really even hole-in-the-wall, it was just like a, Oh, which one to go to? Oh, the Ferris wheel will be easier for us, I guess. Hang on, I just looked at this. Seems... Anyways, it was made in the house, and then they franchised it. Seems he got the times mixed up. Hot Springs closed in an hour, not the Ferris wheel. And I want to spend a lot of time there. Maybe could use some... Maybe could come back some other day. Ferris wheel it is? Ferris wheel it is. I mean, he wants to get his hands on that wheel. After walking around for a while, they make it to the Ferris wheel. There it is. It's bigger than I expected. Ooh ooh. Patrick chuckles. He feels like he has to go for this. Feels like he has to go for this. That's what she said. Boo! I had to do it. Anyway, let's get on. Patrick pays for the ride. Then, they get in the wobbly cabin. Okay, now we just have to wait. The wheel slowly turns, lifting them up in the air, as the operator loads more passengers in the cabins. Ooh, I can see that sushi place from here. We need to make sure to go there soon. Once the cabins are loaded, the wheel starts to gently and steadily spin. You know, once when I was younger, there was this fair that would come around once a year, and it would have this Ferris wheel. It wasn't very big, but it was fast, and it had a restraining bar instead of a full cabin. This is way more relaxing. I thought I was gonna say, like, she wooed on it. Yeah, this is way slower than I thought it was gonna be. I like it. And it's so romantic, too. They hold hands as they look around at all the sights, occasionally stopping to give each other a quick kiss. However, just as the ride is about to end, the power in this part of town goes out, and the Ferris wheel comes to a stop. Oh, okay. That's not good. Hey, I thought this was Japan, not Texas. And for reference, like, over the past, what? I mean, the power wasn't always so great, but then, like, over the past year, like, we've been having a whole bunch of power outages and stuff like that. Like, well, there's that one time where everything kind of froze over and we had a power outage, and they're like, it's because of renewable energy. And we're like, well, I was like, but renewable energy is like a fraction of what Texas uses to generate power. So, yeah, like a small fraction. But then, like, we had that hurricane, and it's like, what, a hurricane causing a power outage in Texas? And I'm not mean like category 5, I mean like not a lot. So then it's just like, oh, well, I guess this all sucks. Anyways. Wait, it'll be fine. So, the other one is like, are we gonna woo or are we gonna woo? Oh, there's one right there. So what are our choices? This is an opportunity. Hey, it'll be fine. Might as well wait it out. Yeah, there's no way to tell when the powers come back on. Even though I've probably had a fantasy about banging someone on a Ferris wheel, it's probably a bad idea to do it right here and right now, since it could be fixed at any minute. Also, there's 2 other people in front of us, so that would be a little bit awkward. But yeah, I agree. Let's just wait it out. The power on the Ferris wheel starts up again. About time. The wheel does one last rotation, then starts unloading passengers as Patrick and Cassidy climb out of the cabin. The operator apologizes and hands them some coupons for pizza place. As they walk away from the Ferris wheel and wander around town, they stumble on a few shops. Cassidy buys some souvenir fridge magnets, while Patrick buys a mug with I went to Japan on all, and all I got was this crappy mug written on it in English. Should have had quotes there, because I was like, what? I was thinking about getting a mug too, but I already have way too many of those. I know that feeling. Nobody can resist a good mug. Cassidy giggles and reaches out and pats him on the cheek. That's why I'm married to you. Cassie's stomach rumbles, remind her of that restaurant. Whoa, we should hit up that restaurant soon. Almost forgot to eat. You know, that sushi place does look pretty good, but I think we should use those coupons we got from the ride operator. They're for this pizza place that's near our hotel, and these coupons give us half off, and they do delivery. Are you sure you want to get pizza of all things in Japan? They're not exactly known for that. I can't resist a good slice. The pictures on the coupons look great. Don't they use a ton of plastic and glue in the photo editing to make the pizzas look good in the photos? Yeah, I guess the actual pizza could turn out way worse. Although, maybe the same could be said about the sushi place. True. I really like the pizza, and I like something cheap, but the sushi might be of higher quality, and we're already near a sushi place. Damn, this is a hard decision, I thought. Pizza or sushi? I'll have to look at that planning map to see if it's like, yeah, there's a ton of animations. Like, on the one hand, this would be good for that, though on the other hand, it's also like, well, unless there were stills of sex, you know? Kanafukumi. Too hard to decide, so they starve. And that's how they ended their marriage. Thank you. Might as well do all the thingies. Because I'm not going to have them have pizza. Not in Japan. That's just silly. It's like going to Italy and not having pizza, but having, like, sushi or something. Who would eat sushi in Italy? Crazy. Yeah, let's go with sushi. Probably changed my mind on those pizza cravings after I got some nice rolls in front of me. I knew you'd come around. Eventually, though, there are more than a few people in the sushi restaurant. It's large enough to seem somewhat empty. Smell that seafood. Does sushi smell? I already forgotten about that pizza. They walk inside, and the waiter gets them a seat in an empty part of the restaurant. He gives them both a moment to look at the menu. There are some nice appetizers. Ooh, there's this meal for two option. Bit pricey, but look at all that sushi. Yep, we're definitely getting that. The waiter returns with 2 glasses of water, and Patrick orders sushi and sashimi variety meal for 2 special. When he's gone, Patrick and Cassie look around at their empty section. There's nobody around. Except for that fish mounted on the wall. Cassidy whispers to him, "You know, I'm really hungry right now. I could go for a little something before our meal." Oh? I think it could be really hot if, you know, I just went down there and had something before the meal. Up for it? It's quiet around here, and nobody will see us. But at the same time, we are really close to other people, so it's kinda risky and hot. Later! Just later! Just gonna blue ball this raccoon. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I find it funny that I'm blue balling this raccoon right here. Later. Just a bit later. Damn, I'd love to, but this may be a little too risky for my liking. That's fine, but we're definitely doing something later. You bet. Just get to the end of this entire thing and they'll be like, man, do you want to do it now? I'm a bit tired. Yeah, we'll do it another day. And that's the end of the story. The two of them wait for their meal, and it arrives. Every single bite is amazing, and they devour the giant plate of seafood with glee. When they're done eating, they pay the bill and leave with full happy stomachs. After wrapping up their business in town, they catch the next train back to the hotel. Familiar sights sail by the window as the train speeds along. There was a lot of walking, wasn't it? And a lot of adventuring. I was a bit nervous since we didn't plan to go out too much, but hey, turned out great. Same here. I'm glad nothing horrible happened. And honestly, spending this time with you made me a lot happier. Can't wait to get back to the hotel. I want to look up as many places to go tomorrow, and take a shower, and go to sleep. Me too. Want to watch the sights go by together? Not funny, horny business this time. No funny, horny business this time. I just feel like relaxing. Sure thing. Cassidy puts her head on the shoulder, and they hold hands as they watch the sights roll by. In the evening sunset, Patrick completely mellowed out, and Casey feels the same. After a day of excitement, it's nice to finally just sit down and enjoy the sights. A few minutes later, Patrick hears snoring. He looks down. Cassie's asleep. She looks so calm and peaceful, so he tries not to move. The train's so quiet, and he has to stay awake. If they both fall asleep, they'll miss their stop. The train goes through the forest again. With nothing to look at, it's hard for him to stay awake. His exhaustion urges him to give in and take a little nap. Still, he really doesn't want to fall asleep. Too tired. Well, Dang, that's right there. Though I guess we could do that there. Oh, right. Other stuff. Bow me! There's a lot of hearts there, and we need hearts for something. Dun 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 dun. Monies. Yeah, cleared out all of that board for sure. Why do we need what? Oh my god. Did you say the look on her face? I don't know why I went from Joycey to... I don't know what the other thing was. Northamptonshire? Hats. I'm guessing that other one is, hey, bleh. I'm trying to think. Is like unlocking a picture? I guess we'll click that one, since it seems like a harder one. Patrick managed to stay awake all the way to the train station. Well, almost all the way. He dozes off for a bit, and sees Cass on the table, covered in sushi rolls. So tasty. Just gonna put my thing over here. Yeep. Oh, okay. That's fine. Click it here. I mean, she doesn't have any clothes on, but they're not a-wooing. A few hours later at the hotel, and freshly showered and dried off, Patrick awaits for Cassidy to finish. Let me just take a picture. I mean, it should be easy. Guess don't have to do that. Finish your shower and dried off. Patrick awaits for Cassidy to finish with her shower. He's looking at a huge list of places to go the next day. Petting zoo? A movie theater? A second, even larger Ferris wheel? So many possibilities. I don't know, I feel like if you're going to a new country, going to a movie theater is like a really weird place to go, unless it's like, I don't know, the world's bestest movie theater. Cassidy eventually steps out of the bathroom. He turns around, expecting to see her wearing a towel. Nope, she's only wearing nothing but a smile. Or only wearing a smile. Hey, I found some... Instead of wearing a towel, she's completely naked. Patrick is instantly turned on. We'll talk about tourist destinations later. We got a little something to do tonight, because someone's been cock-blocking us. Whoop. No, planning is more important. Okay. Also, that just seems weird, having a bit of cloth over bras. Though I don't know. Never wore a bra or a cloth over bra. Hmm. Oh, there's that there. Oh, thanks. Oh yeah! Click. You know, I think the tourist can talk and wait. He puts his phone down. Cassie sits on the bed next to him. Finally, you can have some fun in a nice, cozy bed. Who's gonna be on top? Or we're gonna do a bejeweled for that? Some good, old-fashioned ooey seems like a good way to wrap up the evening. Good idea. Just let me get undressed. Boop. Nice. Patrick, slide underwear off. I'm all yours, you delightful stud. And all yours, you, something sexy. Mm-hmm. He gives her a wink. And more. Nice. It's romantic. She doesn't have to hold her woo back. Though, if I was in a hotel adjacent, I would like them to not be too loud. Mm-hmm. That's the spot. Almost. 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 There we are. Well done. Ah, yes. Yes, that is perfect. Enthusiastically. Does it feel good, sweetheart? Just perfect. Keep going. Hopefully reading dialogue that you wouldn't know what's happening if you didn't know what was happening, isn't too much for YouTube. And they both want something to happen as soon. Keep going. Okay, now it's... There we are, well done. They enjoy their delightful moment. Ah, what a ride. Patrick lays down next to her. Let's just relax. Sure thing. And also, just look at this picture right here. With, censorship. That just looks sweet. I want that. They hug together for a while, before Cassidy breaks the silence. Seriously, we've only been married for a few days? It feels like way longer than that. That's not the part. Unlock a single ending of each story. Okay. We didn't do that. We started the one where there's the lady with the thingy. I know, right? Well, I'm glad I made the right choice with you. Me too. And all the places we went today, they all were great. I was a bit afraid Japan wouldn't live up to the hype, but I had fun today. Hopefully, every other town we go to will be just like this. Oh, I think you were saying something before I came out of the bathroom? Oh yeah, I was gonna talk to you about places to go tomorrow. Oh, I see. Anyway, want to just relax and then handle that stuff in the morning? Sure, it can wait. They cozied up together, closed their eyes, and slowly drift off to sleep. Okay. I'm just gonna have this here. So let's see. Okay, so normal stuff, normal stuff, normal stuff, normal stuff, sex. That's normal stuff, but that also leads to sex. And then normal stuff, and then normal stuff. I already said sex here, normal stuff, sex there, normal stuff, normal stuff, sushi? Normal stuff, sex. So I guess it's like you can get like 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, they can just go around town banging. Though I would be interested to see if that would be actual animations. Yeah, we have the money for it, I guess. Though also, we unlocked Covered in Sushi. Now that's not going to be the end of this one. Oh, it is actually the end of this one. But not the end of this game, even though it said it was the end of the thing. Because next week we're going to do Home Alone. But it's not going to have Macaulay Culkin in it. It's going to have, well, synopsis being, she's stuck at home all alone. Longing for some action. But there's a package heading to her, and it's full of wondrous treasures. Or at least one. So, yeah. End of this Let's Play. So comment, cause I like comments, times you like, dislike, tips, tricks, and always. If you like my YouTube and like Seek Grow, then please like, subscribe, and check out our first epic grow. Please remember to spay near your animals to help control the pet population. And if you want to play this game, it's available free on itch.io, but if you want to support the people that make this... Oh, sorry, I pressed that button in my brain. I've been doing not a lot today, but I've been doing a couple of visual novels. If you want to play this game, it's on Steam for like 15 bucks or something. And until next time, another Let's Play by me, GamerWolfSix, of Sex and the Furry Titty. I left that stuff to the end so that, you know, stuff. So, thanks and see you.